Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This video is for the last installment of the Crafty Christmas collab, and this is a collab hosted by Beth, who is Bourbon Creek Crafts, and she hosted this collab last year. I didn't find out about it in time to participate, but this year I was super excited that I saw it ahead of time and was able to join in. And for this collab, we are to use one paper collection or paper pad, and we have to use it for throughout this whole collab. We don't have to use up all of it. We just have to only use the one collection. And we upload our videos each Wednesday during November. So I've already had 3 uploads, and now this is week number 4, which is the last one, which it's sad because I've really enjoyed working with this paper, and I've enjoyed making the projects and seeing what everyone else has been doing. So this is the paper I have been using. It's by Recollections, called Sugar Plums. And I started out, this was a brand new pad, and so I have just scraps left. There's one full piece of paper here with the ornaments, and then there are the like 12 by 12 like large image papers left, and that is it. So I didn't kill this pad, but I came pretty darn close to using it all up. So that is what I have left of that pad. So just I'm gonna go ahead and show my week 4 project right now, and then I will do a recap of what my first 3 projects were, plus I'm going to show other projects that I made with the paper pad that I've used either for other collabs or I've just made because I really love this paper. So for week 4, okay, if I can get it unstuck from this paper I have over here. Okay, so I have a pretty large collection of the composition notebooks from where I have purchased them back when my daughter was in school, because she graduated high school last year. And so I would have like leftover notebooks where she didn't need them, or I would just pick them up because I could get them like 50 cents or whatever. And so I really wanted to make a composition book. So this is what I came up with. And let me see if I can get this to where it shows a good bit of it. Okay, that's about as far up as I can get my camera holder. Okay, without showing all the mess on my desk. So I had one of these 12 by 12 sheets left, a full sheet, and it's the pink background with the like cookie shapes on there, little gingerbreads and the trees and the different like iced cookies and stuff. So I followed the tutorial. Well, I didn't really need to follow a tutorial, but I liked the way that Amber, who is now Lyric Lover Crafts, used to be Lyric Lover 810, I believe, but now she is Lyric Lover Crafts, and she showed how she wraps the paper around so you get a nice covered edge, and it just makes it a little bit more sturdy. So I went ahead and I didn't actually watch her video again. I had seen it several months back, so I just kind of winged it. And I just put, I used this wide, it's not the actual brand score tape, or I think that's called score tape. I just got a big old pack of all different sizes. Like I used these 2 sizes, and then it's got smaller and sort of in between. About 10 or 12 different rolls. I think I ordered on Amazon a long time ago. It's really, really sticky. I mean, it's super tacky, so this stuff works like really good. And I think I have 2 more rolls, maybe, of this 1 inch. I liked it because you got about 2 or 3 rolls of each size, so it was really nice. And so I just used that to adhere. I just covered the whole front of the notebook and attached the paper. And to make it easy on myself, because I never get things lined up straight the first time, I just peeled a tiny little piece back from the bottom corner. I lined the paper up along the edge here, and then just stuck it in one teeny tiny spot to get it exactly the way I wanted it. And then I just pulled the strips off and just slowly covered the front, so that way it got nice and straight. And then I had this 6 by 6 cut apart, and so I just barely trimmed it. I think it's like 5 and maybe 5 7/8 maybe. And then I put a little teeny border of the white cardstock on there, so it made it back to like 6 inches. But I love these little designs on here. And then I can like personalize it if I want to give it to somebody, or if I decide to use it as my own like Christmas notebook, I can just put a title on here. And then for the corners, in Amber's video, I remember her saying that she used the 1/2 inch corner chomper, and that it was like the perfect size for the, to round the edges. So I pulled mine out, used my 1/2 inch corner chomper, and when I looked at it, it's like it was way shorter. I mean, the tops of the pages stuck out. So I don't know, I probably should have used the 1/4 inch punch, but I have these corners that I hadn't really known what to do with yet, because I didn't realize they were so big when I ordered them. I was hoping they would be like a lot smaller ones, but I bought them for using like on the corners of of my mini albums mostly. See if it can show up, but they're very pretty. They have a real nice design on them. If it wants to focus, a lot of glare, because they're very shiny and they're very bright, pretty silver, and those fit perfectly over the corners of these notebooks, of this notebook. And I didn't even have to use any adhesive or anything. I just took my pliers here. I just keep an old pair in my craft room, and it has sort of a ridged inside of the jaw is ridged, and I was able to just go around and just like really gently just flatten until it stuck down really good. And so that is what the front cover looks like. And then on the back, I just used another piece of 12 by 12 that I had left. I had about maybe, I think 3 pieces of 4, I think I had 4 pieces of 12 by 12 remaining when I made this. So I had 2 pieces I could choose from for the cover, and then I just used scraps for the rest of it. So when you open it up in the front, this piece wrapped all the way over to about here. And so I just took a scrap off, I cut a piece off of the back paper and made this tiny little pocket on the side. And then I just took 2 of the last remaining cut aparts that I had and just tuck them in here as little, either little journaling tags, like I could put maybe some little reminders if I want, like if I keep this for myself, I could put little reminders for things I want to do each year at Christmas. I could put like a shopping list or whatever on these. So I thought that was really cute to have that little tucked in there. And there you can see the paper a lot better. And then on the back side, because I cut off that paper before I tried to wrap the back, I actually ended up cutting off more than I had cut off more paper than what was cut off of the front piece of paper. So I needed to make like a double pocket, so that, because this piece of paper here only wrapped around to about right here. So I just put this scrap of paper down and then this scrap on top and just made 2 pockets. And here's the last one of my little cut aparts. And then I just took some of the scrap papers and made these little tags or bookmarks or whatever I want to use them for. And they hang out there and looks really cute. So I can use them as, you know, page markers inside the book. If I keep talking like I'm going to keep it, which I might, because I really love this book. I think it turned out really, really pretty. And I love those corners. They're going to really help it to, you know, stay in good shape, I think, for a long time. And it's got this nice smooth binding on it. It's like almost like a vinyl filling binder or binding. So it's a really good notebook. I can't wait to either gift it to somebody or get started working in it myself. So that was my week 4 project. So as a reminder of what I did week 1, I'm not going to flip through the whole book because you can go back to the video where I showed each page. This is my little 4x4 mini album that I followed a tutorial by Rosa Kelly, scrapbooking. And then here's what the cover looks like with my little silver ribbon and a little blingy heart. And I just used a doily and one of the cut aparts. They had a lot of 3x3 images in this pad. And then just real quick, here's what the inside looks like. Each page has these little pockets with little pull-outs inside. And each page has flips and flaps. And it's just a lot of fun to put this book together. So if you want to go back and watch that video, if you didn't see it, you can catch that video. And then my next project was, I believe this was it, this little box that I decorated. This is a Stampin' Up! Little mini pizza box. And then on the inside, there are these little cards. And I did find my envelopes, which I could not find at the time that I did my week 2 video. And so there's just one of the cards. And on the insides, I just stamped a different little saying inside each of the cards. And so this is going to be a gift for one of my friends for Christmas. And I just decorated with a few little satin rosebuds and like one of those images again. So that was my week 2 project. Week 3, which I didn't have finished last week because I could not find my needle for my sewing, using the twine. I did pick these up at Hobby Lobby for a whole $1.79. This is not wanting to focus, but there was just a little 2-pack of like embroidery or needlepoint. So they're really heavy, like thick needles. And so here is what I created. If you remember, these are my little journals that last week when I showed them, they were white inside. I decided to go ahead, since I had some extra pieces of paper that were almost the perfect size. I didn't have to cut down but maybe just a couple inches. And I just went ahead and lined the insides to make it look a little bit more finished. And I just glued down one side of that pocket, just so if anything's in there, it'll go towards the middle instead of falling out the book. And then I had the little like solid color of scrapbook paper and then just white copy paper. I have 2 sections, and then I just tied my knot on the inside. And then I had this left over. These are 3 1/4, I think 3 and, let me see, these are, yes, 3 1/4 wide by 9 1/4 tall. And I just turned them into giant tags, and they can be like little markers for the book. So I thought that turned out really, really adorable. This is the first time I've ever made journals. I think it looked really pretty, and I was just winging this one as well. I probably did the, what do you call it, binding not too safely. I had my little pokey tool, and I had it sitting on my lap, and I was just kind of jabbing through, hoping not to hit my leg. Luckily, no injuries, and because I felt like I could see it a lot better if I had it sitting on my lap, and I was just eyeballing where to put it. So they're not all, none of these journals are probably in the same spot as far as the holes, but they're going to different people. And there's what the front looks like. I didn't do any writing or anything on the front because I don't know who they're going to. This one I love. I love that big fa la la on the front because I didn't have any more little like journaling cards or these little cut aparts, so I used one of the larger ones on this greenish, sort of a mint green with gold. And then here is the inside of the front cover with that sort of bluish green background with the ornaments. And then the back page is this. And I thought these turned out so pretty. I love these. And then here's the little marker for that. So there's number 2. And then here's this one. I love these stripes. They have the gold that goes between the rows, the little dots. And then there's the twine, which that's why I used this twine that I found in my stash. It has the white with the gold because there's a lot of gold in this paper. There's the inside of the front. And again, I just left that open right there. I didn't think I was going to like it because I accidentally angled the outside edge of the pocket, but I think it looks cute with the paper just showing, like peeking out there. And then here is the back page with this light pink snowflake paper, and then the little marker on the inside there. And then the last one, which is probably my favorite because of the collar. Purple is my all-time favorite color, and I love that gold in the snowflakes. And this little gingerbread design on the front is cute. And then there's that on the inside. And that one with the fa la la paper, and then I just use that as the marker. So that was my week 3 project. So those are my 4 projects for this collab. And then my little extras, I did show these already because I used them in my Great American Stash Bash tag video back on the 10th of November. These came like this, these long 2 froms, and then I just backed them onto some cardstock, or not cardstock, but some of the pattern paper from the collection, and then just added some of that twine. And then here are all the little ones. These were already in a tag shape, and I just cut them out. And a lot of them have the to and from on it, so these are nice. And that's what those look like. And I did show them in that video on the 10th. And these I didn't actually show in a video, but I did post a picture, I think, in Beth's Facebook group. These are some money envelopes that I made. Because every year for Christmas, my mom and dad always give myself and my brothers and their wives and all of our kids, they give us like some cash as well as a few presents. And I thought these would make little nice envelopes for them to just put the money in. And I put this is a Stampin' Up! Oval punch with the little border, the two that go together. And I just made it to like a little belly band where that would slide off. I actually followed a tutorial, I kind of followed. I had seen Paige show a little kind of like a money wallet or a gift card wallet. And so I made this, but I completely screwed up on my measurements. I didn't cut my paper. I cut my pattern paper way too short, and then I didn't have enough to redo it. So I just went with it and just backed it with some white cardstock. And so it's a little bit short on the ends, but then up and down is just fine. But like lengthwise, a little bit short. But I think it still looks okay. And then you just put like the money inside there, or if you wanted to use it as like a gift card. And so these slide on really easily, if I can get it lined up good. And these were really quick to make, and it used up a nice little amount of the pattern paper. And so I've got 3 with the light green paper, and then 3 in the blue, this blue cardstock, and then I made 4 in pink, and then 2 in light purple, because that just happens to be the amount of paper that I had to use up. So there's actually 12 total envelopes here. So that's for my mom and dad to use for Christmas. And then I showed embellishments on the 11th collab. These little embellishments that I made using just tiny little scraps of the paper from that pad. So I won't show them real close because that's in my video on the 11th. I just used a little bit of the paper for some of these for their background. And then these are like card fronts. I can just use them, like I can take a 3x3 card, and these will just fit perfectly right in the center, and I have like an instant card, just a little note card. So I have a bunch of these little card images. And then I made a slimline card out of that paper. I showed this on the this was for my card collab on the, let me see, what day was that? The 15th, which was the 3rd Sunday. And that was a winter/Christmas theme. I think it was winter. And so I just used the Tim Holtz little rub-on Winter Wishes across one of the cut apart images. And I sort of raised it a little bit. And I put just a scrap of paper on the inside. So there is that card. And then I made 2 ATCs with the paper, which I thought these turned out absolutely gorgeous. There's a lot of dimension on this. I used some more of that twine. I did cut out the image on these 2. And this is a little sticker from Hobby Lobby, which fit perfectly in the middle of the little design here. I just added a lot of my bling because I love my bling. And so I thought these turned out absolutely adorable. And then on the back, I just put like some information in case I decide to try to trade those with anybody or use them as a swap. And then I made for following, these are actually used on my 10 on the 10th cards. And I followed Alicia, who's called me Crafty Al. I followed her November sheet load of cards tutorial. And so the insides, I just added a few scraps, and these are what these look like, just using the little random mix of the papers that she shows how to cut out in her instructions. If you're a subby of Alicia, you can get the instructions for free, which is great because she does this every month, and I don't make these nearly as often as I should because the cards always turn out so incredibly adorable with her designs. And then for my last cards that I just made with extras left over from other cards and crafts and stuff, different projects, I just put together these random cards. And these are some stickers from Hobby Lobby, little glittery deer, and they had these snowflakes, and I just stuck a little bling in the center of the snowflake. And I love the different images of the deer here, so I just used some of the pattern paper, and I just had some of this cardstock left over. And so there's that one with the deer facing that way like it's leaping through the air. And put another little snowflake up there. This one right here, I love the way it looks, very majestic. Just sort of like it's standing there, like worshiping the star. Kind of looks like it's gazing up at the star. And there again on the inside, they're just plain. Which I might take some of my scraps and put maybe a little something or other on the inside. And there I had a little tree on the sticker sheet, so I just used a tree just to kind of balance it out. Nothing up in that corner, but I think it looks kind of good, the way that they're all lined up there. And then I went to some gold peel-offs that I found in my Christmas stickers. And I thought those, they have a lot of like sparkle, clear and sparkly. So there is that. And then there is this one. I just pieced together some of the stickers off the sheet. This one I love with all of that gold. And then there's that one. So those are all of the projects that I made with that paper pad. And I've still got enough paper to do some more. So I want to thank everyone so much for watching my video. I didn't mean to make it this long. Sorry. We're trying to keep them shorter, so because there are a lot of people in this collab. And so make sure you go and check out all of the links. They will be down in the description below. And go check out all the other participants and see what their last project is for this collab. And I hope you all have a great day. And I'll talk to you all later. Bye.